Brianna. How's it going today?
I'm alright.
So tell me a little bit about what brought you in.
Well, I decided it would be a really great idea to cheat on my husband. Yikes.
And how long ago was that?
Which time? The beginning or the end?
The first time.
Probably about 3 months ago with a coworker.
And does your husband know about this?
He has suspicions,
Mm-hmm.
and he thinks I should go get some help, so that's why I'm here. Apparently I'm all messed up and need all the help.
Well, I'm glad that you came in today, and I know this could be hard to talk about, so I just want you to share what you feel comfortable with.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your relationship with your husband first.
Well, we started out really strong, and then it took us a little while to get married, and then things were good maybe for a couple months of marriage, and then, I don't know, it just got super boring. It's so boring that, I'm ready to, bash my head against the wall.
And what would your husband say about your marriage?
He'd probably say that I'm not the most easy person to get along with. He thinks that I nag him all the time. He thinks that I think that the world revolves around me, that I never want to fulfill his needs, blah, blah, blah. And, I kind of gave him the idea that, things are leading up to me being very bored and unsatisfied, and here we are. He's always tired. He always wants to take naps. He always wants to just watch TV. I talk, and it's nothing.
So a little bit of distance, I'm sensing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And what do you think about your role in this relationship? You mentioned what your husband thinks of you.
I feel like I do everything. I feel like I work just as much as he does. I feel like I have to take care of all the responsibilities in the house. I have to cook. I have to clean. I do laundry. He can't even do something as simple as putting the laundry in the hamper. He has to put it in front of the hamper on the floor, just as a big haha, you gotta pick that up now. And I say these things, and I know that they're little things, but why? Why do you have to be so annoying?
Right. And have you ever talked to him and shared your feelings about sharing the responsibilities?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. He'll go, and there's two responses. Either, you're not my mom, stop acting like my mom. Or B, I'm going to look at sports scores on my phone and pretend that I'm listening, and I'm not at all. It could be a matter of seconds. I go, can you please not do this? And then 20 seconds later, he'll go and leave the toilet seat up. Why? Why? You don't want to hear the nagging, put the toilet seat down.
Right.
Simple solution.
Do you think that there's anything you do that nags him?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Now it's just to a point where I'm almost enjoying it, because I want to see him get the same rise that I get when he doesn't do the simplest of things. It's I'm not asking you for huge things. I'm asking you to be just a clean adult. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. So you said that you enjoy, kind of getting a rise out of him. Does that have anything to do with the affair that you had?
Honestly, never looked at it like that. That could be underlying. I do know that cheating has never ever crossed my mind, and then I just felt really emotionally supported by my colleague, where I don't get that attention at home.
Okay. And how long have you guys been married, and how long have you been feeling that you haven't gotten this attention?
We've been married for 3 years. We've been together for 10. So we've been together for a while.
Long time.
A long time.
And how old are you again?
I'm 35.
Okay. So 10 years, that's a big part of your life.
Yeah.
You guys have, you know, gone through a lot of stuff together, I'm sure, grown a lot together.
Yeah, definitely. And I know what buttons of his to push, and he knows what buttons of mine to push.
Right.
And it works. Boo, fireworks in 2 seconds.
So you say that it works. How has it been since the affair? Has it worked?
Well, he definitely pays a lot more attention to me because he has suspicions now. And now that you said that, that does make a lot of sense that maybe I was doing it for a rise because I didn't really go out of my way to hide it. Mm-hmm. And was just like kind of blatantly putting it out there without actually saying it.
Yeah. And you seem to talk about this affair with not much emotion on your face. So I wonder how this affair makes you feel.
I like the attention, but other than that, I mean, it's just physical. It's not like anything serious. I don't even honestly know how he would be in a relationship or anything like that. And that's what's frustrating is like I don't want to leave my husband, but at the same sense, I cannot imagine living the rest of my life this frustrated. Like I can, or feeling this invisible, because that's ultimately what I feel like. I feel like I'm like just this like little housemaid that does everything, and then he thinks that because, you know, he might buy like the groceries or a little bit more than I do because he makes more money than me, he thinks that's his way of like showing love, and that's not the way I want to be shown love.
And have you tried to bring this up to your husband about how you feel invisible to him?
Yeah, not too long ago actually, and I probably a little bit before the affair, and he was sitting there on his phone, and he does this thing where he goes into like robot mode, and he's looking at his phone. He's like, "Yep, I understand. Okay," and then it's like 5 minutes later, it's happening. So you clearly either you heard me and you're trying to irritate me, or when you want to like push me away further, or you're just not listening, which is awful.
Right. And why do you think that he just sits on his phone and perhaps doesn't seem to be listening to you?
Honestly, I feel like it's because he thinks I'm not going to leave. Like, I think that he just has this he's very comfortable because maybe in the past he's done some undesirable things, and I have forgiven him on being understanding. But, like, how long can that go on for? Like, sometimes it's not the big things that, like, make you go, it's the little things that pile up that eventually make you snap.
Yeah. And it sounds like there's been a lot of little things for you in the making to get to this affair that you've been having.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. Huge. It's the little things that piled up because he cheated before emotionally through like text messaging, like Snapchat and all that, but I was in a place of understanding because we had just moved in together. It was kind of a huge adjustment, and I kind of understood that like I was kind of coming off really, really strong and probably putting on too much pressure like super soon. So like I kind of understood that. Like I stood back from the situation and went, okay, I'm probably not making life very enjoyable right now, so I can see why that might lead to, you know, deceitfulness in some way. But at the same sense is like I don't want to put that out there like I'm never going to leave. That you can just do whatever you want whenever you want. You cannot give two shits about me, and here I am, and I'm just gonna roll over and take it. And it's so boring. And this, you know, the affair, it's new and it's exciting, and it's like that feeling that I had in the beginning with him, which I miss.
Yeah. Have you forgiven him for his affair?
Yeah, because I get it. I do. Especially now, I get it more now than ever. That like sometimes you're just pushed, even if you don't want to do that. You're just kind of, you're craving something, even if you don't know what it is. And It's almost like the second that you get whatever it was that was missing, it's like all the puzzle pieces went together and you're like, ooh, like that.
Yeah. So it sounds like you've been able to distinguish what you're missing from your husband. And what do you think it would be like if you got that emotional support from him?
Oh, it would be amazing. It would be absolutely amazing. That's like the only missing puzzle piece, honestly, is just like oh, I'm not going to clean that up because I know she'll get that. And like, oh, I'm not going to pay attention to her because I don't have to pay attention to her because I know that she'll still be here when the game's over and like whatever. But like, it's freaking annoying. Like, you're a grown man and like there should be no reason why we can't do things together on days that football is on. Or you can't have a simple communication, any kind of talk, or like you can't even hear me. Like, I'll ask a question sometimes and he just won't respond. I'm like, am I freaking here? Like,
right, that must be extremely frustrating for you.
Yeah, it's like I feel invisible. Like, it's so bad.
Yeah. And you mentioned that word invisible a couple times now. How does your husband make you feel visible?
Just by doing the little things that he used to do. I remember when we first got together, like, before I would leave for work in the morning, like, when you're going out and grabbing your purse, there would be, like, a cute little note, like, next to my purse, like, have a good day, I love you so much, or, like, even going to just pick a flower out of the grass and just come in and be like, hello, or just, like, engaging in any kind of conversation is, like, it's like he's sleeping, like he's like a shell. I'm like, hello, are you in there?
Yeah. So some more presence from him.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'm hearing a lot about your relationship with your husband. Is the affair the core issue, or do you think it's the relationship between you and your husband that's bringing you in here today?
I think it's definitely the relationship, 100%. And the affair is just like a little side symptom. That's like what came of that.
Right.
And now I'm just like, wow, like, I've never even looked at another man and been like, ooh, he's hot, or like want to jump his bones, but like here I am now, and like what point did it get this bad that like I knew I was frustrated, but I didn't know I was that frustrated to the point where I would do things like outside of my moral compass.
Right. I wonder what your husband would say if you told him about the affair. Do you think that would be helpful?
I don't know, because I remember when we were friends and this chick, he was way younger, but like this chick cheated on him and like he just like never spoke to her again. And I feel like I don't want that. I just want it to get better.
You would just like a fresh start.
Yes.
Gotcha. So I only have you in front of here. I don't have your husband, so I can't see everything from his perspective. But because I have you here, what are some things that you think you could do to help improve the relationship with your husband?
I feel like, I don't know, maybe I can try to put myself out there a little bit more. Maybe instead of just like screaming in order for him to hear me, maybe I can put on some sexy clothes or something and go stand in front of the TV so he literally cannot watch it. And maybe set fire to his phone. That would be perfect.
And how often do you do those nice little gestures for him?
It used to be all the time. Now it's like, for what? I don't even know if you'll see it.
Right.
Can't talk.
Yeah.
Certainly can't read. So.
Right. So it sounds like you both are kind of drifting away and not putting in as much effort as in the beginning.
Yes. Bingo.
Yeah. So I think since we're running low on time, I think I would want you to start with writing down some things that you could do to show him that you appreciate him, that you love him. Do you still love him?
Very much, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So
Old him.
Right. But you guys are changing and evolving as people, so, you know, as he changes, you want to love who he has become as well.
Yeah.
And I think also, before we meet next time, I want you to think about maybe some pros and cons of telling him and if that would be beneficial for a fresh start for you guys.
Yeah.
But I think you have the power to make your own decision, and, you know, whatever you do, we can go from there.
Okay. All right, awesome. I'll do that, and then I'll let you know when I'll show you my list next time I come in next week.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, awesome. Thanks.